still came through. So this is just a wonderful victory for us, and I think it could be something that really propels us to even do better.
You mentioned shorthanded. Just kind of talk about Sean Livingston and Gerald Henderson, what those two guys did for you today.
Yeah, Sean was just unbelievable. You know, they were playing small and they couldn't guard him, and you know, Sean and I have been talking about him, you know, being more aggressive, shooting the basketball, and you know, he just did it tonight. And of course, Gerald coming off those screens and defending. You know, it was just magical. I tell you, I just can't say enough good things about this team. They've never quit. But tonight they just hung in there, and came away with the win. It was a huge win, huge.
How about that shot by Nahara down the stretch? He put you up 6.
You know, that just shows you that he's not afraid. You know, he had just airball one, and he shot it, and I said, oh, and boom. You know, so it was something. All the guys, you know, Nazi, he played well for us. Just everybody that we put out there played well.
Can you talk about your
close this 3-game stretch was? I mean, how satisfying is it to be able to at least, you know, get this one and really scrap for it?
Yeah, well, you know, we were talking about at least one of these 3, and I'm happy that we did. You know, I felt we did have a chance for a couple of them, but you're playing 3 outstanding teams, and you know, to get one of these games for us is great. And you know, we can hopefully just go from here. You know, we play a tough team in Indiana. They're fighting with us, but we're still there, you know, playoff hunt, and we just have to continue to get better, and we are getting better.
Paul, is there any personal satisfaction for you to beat your old club in a game like this?
Well, you know, not really. You know, I just want to beat anybody. You know, whoever we play, I just want to beat. You know, but you know, I still have friends there in Boston, of course, and I still love the Celtics, but I love to beat them too.
Can you talk about your defensive performance tonight, though? Did a good job. Gerald Henderson in particular on Ray Allen, though, but good team defense tonight.
It was. You know, we were switching everything tonight, and I thought that worked real well. Even like the 2-4, the 4-man that was setting the pick, we were switching out on him. We just weren't switching with the 5-man, but Gerald was really there, you know, and I like the fact that we were talking tonight, you know, more than we had been in the past, and that's the mark that these guys are really concentrating now. I think it's only going to get better. Our defense was good tonight, but it still can be better.
Was Henderson channeling his dad tonight?
Was Henderson doing what?
Channeling his father.
Maybe, I don't know. You know, his dad had a great career, and it was good in Boston, and so I'm sure he wanted to beat this one for his dad too.
Paul, we were upstairs, so we couldn't really tell. What happened on the ejection?
I got a technical, and then I was trying to get him out of the game, you know, but he stayed in the game, and they were shooting the free throws. I couldn't get him out in time, you know, and then he just kept talking, and of course came the ejection. And it's tough for us, you know, because we depend on him, and I have to commend the guys. Though once he went out, other guys stepped up, and that's what it's all about. I mean, even you put D. Brown in, he made, you know, 3-point play for us. So you know, all the guys stepped up tonight.
Coach, would you speak about your team? I think the tone was set in the first half. How they were going at the Celtics. They weren't going to let these guys pull away too much. They definitely weren't going to be intimidated. And could you talk about your team mindset of starting good and finishing well?
Well, you know, the last game against Dallas, the last quarter, I told the guys we got to penetrate to the hoop. You know, we weren't doing that all season long until that fourth quarter. It just dawned on me, hey, you know, that's what we must do. Tonight, throughout the whole game, in the first few minutes, we were penetrating to the hoop, either going to the line or making free throw, making shots. So, you know, that's a huge key for us now. And when you do penetrate, if you kick it out, you're kicking it out to a wide open man. If we can't make those shots, then you know, we're just gonna lose. But at least we're giving ourselves a chance. I think the guys are picking this up now. They're understanding what I'm talking about when I say we must go to the hoop and not just settle for jumpers all the time.
I remember the game in Minnesota was when you thought that maybe Eddie was a little bit of a revelation, and I know trying for 3 or 4 different games to try to find a way to play him. Is he giving you more than you would have anticipated?
Well, yes, I really didn't know Eddie. I had seen him play, but I didn't know him that well. And he's tough, and that's what he brings to our club is some toughness. And of course, he's not afraid. I mean, he'll let it fly, and if it air ball is fine, but the next time down, he's gonna let it fly again. And make it. So I have to commend him for that, and I got to find a way to play the guy. I really do, because the energy that he brings, rebounding and defending and toughness. I mean, he and KG were kind of going at it tonight, and he didn't back down at all. And that sends a message to everybody that we got to be tough.
About a month ago, the idea that you could have won a game like this with your fourth quarter rotation being 4 subs, I don't think you would have believed that. I mean, does it speak to how much confidence they're gaining, or how much confidence you have in them, or a combination of the two?
I think so. You look at Sean Livingston. I mean, he just took over tonight, and he was just superb. And coming off the bench, and I'm trying to find a way to put DJ back in, but just couldn't. And because Gerald Henderson was doing well, and of course you got G Dub, and but those guys just came through. Our bench really came through for us tonight, and Narzy played well, and they got to continue to do that. If they give us this kind of play from here on in, it's going to tell us where we can be in another month or so.
You said you weren't going to let Ray Allen get the record tonight. Well, only got 2, but even bigger than that, your defense only let him take 2-3 attempts. I mean, how big is that?
That's huge. That's what I'm talking about, is switching. We switched out on him every time. Even the 4-man switched out on him. We switched to deny, so he couldn't catch the ball. But Ray's still tough. He got 25 or whatever he got, and but we didn't let him get the record. He can get on somebody else now.
You out-rebounded the Boston Celtics by 13.
Oh, is that right?
You would not have anticipated that result.
Yeah, that's pretty huge, but of course, I thought they were a little fatigued, really. After having played last night and came in here, and of course Doc was, subbing a lot, and the guys that were coming in didn't do as good a job as the guys that were starting. But I was happy that they did play last night. We needed this victory awfully bad.
Can you talk about the mental toughness of your team? That Boston likes to try to bully teams, but Kwame didn't back down. Nobody backed down when they tried that.
No, not at all. And, especially Narzy, not Eddie. And because KG was trying to bully him, he was going right back at him. Which I think the guys saw that, and they saw that he wasn't going to back down. Nobody backed down, and that's a sign that I've told them about the toughness that we have to have, the mental and physical toughness. But it takes time, again, to get those guys to understand that, and now they are. I think they are getting it.
Anything else, folks?